Yo, what's good, YouTube? Dino here. Thanks for all the support recently and all the subs we're getting. We are getting so close to 800 subscribers, which is crazy. It's literally insane. I cannot thank you enough. Also, this video is sponsored by ShopMech. ShopMech is the largest curated keyboard marketplace with over 30 vendors. ShopMech makes it super easy to shop for keyboard parts, and you can even recommend and ask questions. Additionally, the keyboard builder allows you to pick parts and build a keyboard virtually to share with your friends. Make sure to check ShopMech out, link in the description and pinned comment. So today we are taking a look at the Divinikey Saru switches. These are the first switches by Divinikey, and great first switches at that. These tactile switches were made by ItsHexical, so we should see some really nice attributes in this switch. Well, in my opinion, with the pink stem, cream top housing, and pastel brown bottom housing, it reminds me of food for some reason, which is weird because they're not even a food switch like the tangerines, but it doesn't really matter because you won't even be seeing them when they're being used inside of your keyboard. But something that really caught my eye and made me buy these switches is the price of these switches. It is $12.50 for a pack of 25, or 50 cents per switch, which is a little bit lower than its other tactile competitors. So these are 5-pin switches with a polycarbonate top housing, nylon bottom housing, and extended palm stem, which means no interference with cherry profile keycaps, which is a great thing to have. These switches also have a 67-gram spring, which is slightly heavy for my personal preference, but I can still type on it pretty easily. These switches come unlubed, and I lubed them with Krytox 205 grade 0, making sure not to touch these stem legs because these are tactile switches. And I did not film these because they could literally barely fit into the plate, they were so tight. And I'm almost positive that this is due to the fact that these are manufactured by ItsHexical, which have been known to have really nice housing tightnesses in the past. But take a quick listen to these and tell me how you like their sound signature in the comments. So the sound of these switches is pretty high pitched and loud, which is because of the long pull, but I wouldn't say that these are quote unquote clacky. But another thing that I noticed was that this switch is kind of ticking, if that makes sense. It sounds like a tick from a stab, and I think it's a leaf problem, and it doesn't happen on every switch, and it's pretty minor. You will only really hear it when you're looking for it, but I definitely wanted to point it out. I really like the tactile bump of these switches, and the website says it has high tactility, but it's really closer to medium tactility. And I think one of the reasons it feels heavier than this is because of the spring. It's 67 grams, which is kind of heavy compared to the most like 55, 62 gram springs. And there is very slight post and pre-travel, which it says on the website, and I can definitely agree with that. and during this aforementioned slight post and pre-travel, it is very smooth, which is expected with this very well-known and high-quality material composition. So I really like this switch for a quick typing session like a video script. And as I said, the tactile bump is really nice and in the middle when it comes to strength, but the spring makes it feel a lot heavier than it actually is. And the sound is pretty good too, in my opinion. It definitely is not S-tier sound, so if you do want a really nice sounding board, then probably don't go with these because of that ticking. But other than that, these sound really nice, and the switch is really tight, so you shouldn't have any problem with high-profile keycaps. And in conclusion, this switch is really good for anyone looking for a nice tactile experience and doesn't want to pay for more expensive switches. I think this is a great start to Divinikey's Switch collection, and I'm excited for the switches to come in the future from them. But that's all for now. Peace out, guys.